Hello, What the Pluckers.
Hello, What the Pluckers. Welcome back to season 7.
Oh, God, season 7.
I know. We've made it.
Wild.
And we just want to say a thanks to our amazing sponsor for the second season running.
Second season.
Buff Brows. If you have not checked out their brand yet, please head on over to their websites and their socials and you'll just get all these amazing products.
Yep.
What we use every day.
Their mapping string is... It maps.
It's stringing. It's mapping.
It's stringing.
It's what is that? Can you remember that TikTok they used to do?
Their mapping string, very demure.
Very
colourful.
Colourful, very thoughtful.
Not like them other mapping strings.
Not like them other boring white mapping strings.
Very cutesy.
Yeah, very demure.
So yeah, go check them out. And yeah, thanks for sponsoring two crazy gals from up north.
Absolutely, yeah. Woo! 2 seconds. Welcome back, What the Pluckers.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
Season 7.
7. Yes. Can you believe we made it this far?
No.
Woo, good for us, girl. Yes. And thank you to all you people out there that are listening, liking, sharing, whatever you're doing. And subscribing, because we won't be here without you.
No.
So thanks a lot for that.
Right, guys. We are going to revisit an old episode. Now, if you are an avid fan of us two, you will have listened to one in particular episode last season and thought, what the is going on here?
With that sound, yeah. I mean, I've even got the same outfit on. Not non-intentional, but I've got the same outfit on as what we did when we recorded that.
And actually, someone messaged us on Instagram. Have you received message? Probably not. Say it.
Probably not.
Probably not. That they basically found us podcast, and it was when we launched this episode initially.
No.
And she said, thank God I listened to some other episodes, because I started listening and I just thought, this sound is crap.
Oh.
So
this one's for you then.
Thanks for actually taking the time to go listen to some older episodes and realise that...
We don't always sound like that.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're talking about raising us prices in the beauty industry.
Yeah, we
because last time we're a shit show.
It were. So if you don't want to listen to this episode again, we might be adding some more stuff to it. If you don't want to listen to it again, move on by.
Yeah.
Skip on by.
It'll be different because we don't have a script. We have a couple of questions that we want to stick to.
Yeah.
But as answers, it'll be different, no doubt.
Yeah.
There'll be new stuff. We like to spice it up. And
We
to
do.
be honest, we cannot remember what we said on that episode.
Yeah.
And we've not listened to it.
No.
Because it were unbearable.
Yeah, I can't listen to it. Even the reels of it is painful.
Yeah.
So for all you people out there that listened to it and probably got 10 minutes in and thought, I can't listen to this shit, and turned off, this one's for you.
Yes.
That girl in his inbox, this one's for you as well. And today I feel very at home.
Yeah.
I feel very settled.
Oh my
I feel
God.
very at home.
I do my second home.
Because we're at Ali's.
We're at our alleys.
We're at my salon. So I feel very at home. Yeah, feel very settled, very demure.
Very
Cutesy.
Not
Yeah.
like the other salons.
No.
Very demure.
Yeah. So we are spicing things up a bit, and we're going to start doing some recording in here, just so we can be as messy and as long as we want.
Yeah.
Sorry, Maddie, when you've got to clean it up tomorrow.
Yeah, no, shout out Mads, because she did clean it Saturday.
She did.
Ready for us to come in on Monday.
She did.
Monday morning, and we're here at crack of dawn.
Yes.
So, good job, Mads.
Yeah.
Good
and
job.
now you've finally met Mads, haven't you?
I know. We recently went to the Iron Co launch party a couple of weeks back. And
What a party.
I walked in. First thing I said to her, which one's Mad?
Yeah.
Which one's Maddie? Because there were just a sea of girls, and I was like, I need to know who Maddie is.
There were a sea of pretty little thing.
Yeah.
So he instantly said to me, which one's Maddie? And I said, I'd already introduced her to George. I was like, this is Maddie. And they were like, oh, this is the famous Maddie.
Yeah.
So shout out Maddie. Maddie's finally met Jamie, and we're all going to Brow Awards together, and it's going to be great.
Yeah. Yes.
Stunning little Iron Co party. Please remember to use our discount code. It is WTP10, I think.
Yeah.
Is it?
Try it. If it don't work, message us.
or message her. Message Imogen. So, great little independent company. So, yeah.
Great event, great time, great pictures, great outfits.
And we had a phantom hangover.
Yeah, because we didn't even drink.
We didn't drink and we had a phantom hangover. And it is true, you can have a phantom hangover because we've Googled it.
Yeah, and obviously Google is always right.
Exactly. So let's get into his episode.
So, we're going to set the stage.
Go on then, set it.
We're going to set the stage. And we're going to discuss why it's important for beauty professionals to consider raising their prices. Now, what you need to do is not consider, you need to do
it. Just do it.
You need to do because, and I hate, because I feel like people who say this thing are just like whingers. When everything's gone up, it's not what it used to be. Everything's gone up. I'm like, we know. Linda, we know. That's not very demure to be talking like that. We know everything's going up. But you need to like look and see and spend some time looking into the products that you buy.
Yeah.
Because obviously, like, rent's probably gone up, Lecky's gone up, like, all these little bits. But you probably haven't realised that the brow tint you use has gone up a little bit. Your lammy kit's got a little bit more expensive. Yeah. Your top coats have crept up 10p each.
Yeah.
All these little things, like, when you look at them individually, it doesn't seem a lot, like 10p more for a top coat.
Yeah.
Like, all right, whatever. But if that's across 80% of the products that you buy, that's a lot.
And if you're still keeping your price the same, your profit's not going up.
Yeah.
It's going down.
Yeah. So you're working the same for less money.
Yeah, exactly.
And we don't want to be doing that.
We don't need to work harder. We need to work smarter.
Yeah. And I think as well, like the fears and misconceptions about raising your prices. Everyone always says, I don't want to put them up because I think I'll lose some clients.
Well, they're not the kind of clients that you want then.
Exactly.
If you're going to raise your prices by £1, they're not the kind of client, and they don't come anymore. They're not the kind of clients you want.
Yeah.
And we're not talking about raising your prices by a £5 or a £10 or whatever.
Oh, yeah, that's silly. Like, of course you're going to lose clients if you do that.
Yeah, if you're raising your prices by a £10, you're going to lose your clients. If you're raising them by a £5, you might get a few that stay and a few that raise their eyebrows and like, bloody hell.
It's
might get a few that's
steep.
Gone. So I would just say like a couple of quid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I raised mine earlier this year and I lost under 5.
Really?
I lost a few, yeah.
I didn't even think you'd lose any, to be honest.
Lost a few, but it is what it is.
I've started doing... the reason why I've raised mine in terms of nails is because it takes me... sounds bad, this. The amount of time that I'm doing them nails... I could earn more money doing other treatments.
Yeah.
So the reason, so I'm upping them only by like a couple of quid or £1, like, or whatever, and nobody's questioned it.
Yeah. Like
nobody's like questioned it or anything like that. And I feel like if they do, it's a bit crap that you'll have to explain yourself. But you know, don't go into like cost of living's gone up, everything's gone up, all that. Just say my products have gone up. So.
And it's not also like just your products. You need to think if you've not raised your prices in like a couple of years, you are not at the same skill set that you were 3-4 years ago.
No, you're not. Your more
work
experienced.
has improved. You've probably gone on some like masterclasses or additional training. All of this should reflect the price that you're charging.
Yeah, exactly.
And like when I put mine up, I lost a couple of clients, but I was like, that's fine. It just means that my services are no longer in their budget.
Yeah.
And they don't want to pay that fee. And that's fine because we all are not working to fit into other people's budgets.
Absolutely.
We're working to make money for ourselves and charge our worth and like our skill set, what we've, I don't know what I'm saying, a skill set. What we're worth.
Yeah, charge what you're worth. And remember, like, because I know there's some people that get a bit worried and they're like, oh, I don't want to charge more though, because and I had this other day, like somebody were worried to post their work on Instagram because they're good at nails and stuff like that, but they're worried to post their work on their Instagram and up their prices because they see all these people around them on social media that are amazing and they think, oh, I'm not as good as that, so I need to charge less. No. But you need to also have a look at the people around you as well and see what they're charging and do like an overall price check.
Like
and
price comparison, yeah.
Because like it's going to be, don't like go, obviously places like London and stuff, they charge more.
Yeah.
Places where we are charge less. Yorkshire people don't like to pay for anything. Let's be real.
No.
They don't. I'm going to say, because I'm from Yorkshire,
I don't like paying full price for all.
Nothing.
I'm right tight
If there's
ass.
a sale on, do you know, we love it. Absolutely love it.
Oh my God, yeah.
But these girls, come on, we're talking about people's faces here. Okay? We're talking about luxury treatments, what they're having for herself. And if you make sure you are providing a luxury treatment from start to finish. If you're going to up your prices, make sure you make it worth it.
Yeah. And you guys might not be the same. For me, try not to think what you would pay for that treatment. Because
we'll never pay for them.
HD brows, what do you charge?
30.
I would never pay 30 quid to get my brows done.
I won't.
I would never pay 45 for a lash lift.
Yeah, I would. Keep paying it.
Do you know what I mean? But I think that's because we're all in the industry.
And we can do it. Yeah.
So the thought of paying to go to somebody else, I'm like, why would I spend that money?
Yeah.
I can do it myself.
Yeah.
So sometimes when you're like trying to look at your pricing, you think, would I pay that? And you need to take yourself out of the situation because you're not the target audience.
Yes, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I always think that. I always think, well, I wouldn't pay for that. I wouldn't pay 40. I charge £40 for a lash lift. But I think I won't pay that for my lash lift. But then I think, well, if I couldn't do it and I were going to somebody that did it, no need to blow my own trumpet, but I'm going to, that did it as good as I do, yeah, I would. Because at least I know she's not going to over-frazzle my lashes. She's going to say to me, it's only been 5 weeks since your lash lift. You can't do it until after 6.
Yeah.
She's going to give me the right aftercare products. She's got that experience where she's done X, Y, and Z. So I'm going to pay that for her.
Yeah.
But
for us, it's just
for us, because we can do it ourselves. I'd be like, bloody hell.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like me. Like, I think this sounds really big-headed as well. I'm gonna go for it. I don't even care. I've never paid for my hair done ever. Would I pay for my hair done? If I think about it, when I hear what some people are getting charged upstairs at hairdressing, I think, bloody hell.
I know.
Is that what they have to? I would look like shit, and I've said this before. If I had to pay for treatments done, I'd look like shit.
Yeah.
And that's that. Thankfully, I don't.
Yeah. So take yourself out of it and don't think, would I pay for this treatment?
Yeah.
If you're like concerned and you think, I want a second opinion on this, like I know that I'm worth X, but I want to know if I could get away with charging a bit more. Like speak to your friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who are not in the industry, who, do you know what I mean? And gauge what they have to say.
I did the average price for brow lamination. It's in between. There's not an average price. It just says there's a price range from 30 to 80. Depends on your area.
Yeah.
But 30, it was charging 30 quid. If you're charging 30 quid, up that price scale.
Yeah.
Don't matter where you are, even if you're in slums, up it.
I've not been funny, but a brow lamination costs you what? About...
I'm not sure with brow lamination, to be honest. It depends what brand you're using.
Last time I checked, it were about 8 quid.
That's quite expensive. That, to be honest, I'm not quite sure what microblading is at the moment, but microblading used to be, with a specific brand, it used to be quite cheap, like £6 something.
Yeah.
So that is expensive.
That's back when I were using a brand that was a bit, not premium.
Pricey.
Like pricey, more pricey. So when you broke it down, it's, so if you're only charging 30 quid for like a 45-minute appointment, you're getting 20 quid. Now,
sometimes you get finished earlier in that time, but you've got to think, they're paying for that time slot. Because I sometimes, when I hate it when I get ahead of myself with appointments. Because I think I could have fit something else in there. I'm thinking all the time, I've got 15 minutes, could have done a brow tint and waxing that and then 20 quid. I
feel bad sometimes if it's a regular I've had for years and the brows are really easy.
Yeah.
And they come for an HD, which is 45 minutes, and I can do it in 20.
I've got one client that'll say to me, she'll lay back in chair and she'll say, don't bother putting any makeup on, I'm fine. Do I still charge the same? Yes. Because because how do you work that out?
Yeah.
How do you suddenly, it's not a HD brow treatment, she's paid for that time.
I can remember when they used to say, when we used to teach, and they'd say, what if someone don't want tin? Like, would you reduce it? I'm like, no. They were like, but why? Because you're not using that product. I was like, what it costs you for that dab of tin and developer, you're talking pence.
Yeah.
So if you want to reduce your price, back then it was 25 quid. If you want to reduce it to £24.94, go for it.
Yeah.
Like, don't embarrass yourself.
I'll tell you a little funny story.
What?
So I once said I upped my price to... No, sorry. My price was £25 when I was doing HD brows, and I was actually working for HD brows at the time. I had somebody anonymously ring the salon, asked to speak to me, and she informed me that she were another salon owner from somewhere else, but she did not want to tell me. She went, do you know the average rate for HD brows is £30 and you're undercharging? I went, do you know I'm a trainer for them? And I'm not. And she just put her phone down. So whoever that were. That was years ago.
Wow.
But I do charge 30 now, but that's not the reason why. But how crazy? Crazy girl. Oh my God, we took things upside down.
Oh.
Right, so what we're going to talk about is what kind of role it'll have on your self-confidence for upping them prices. So you need to be charging, obviously, what you're worth, as we've talked about this before. And I think when you start raising your prices and you have your clientele that'll still come to you because you've raised your prices or whatever, and they'll still think, I'm going to go, I'm still going to pay that. Yeah. That obviously, if these clients are staying with you, that's a self-confidence boost because you're thinking, well, obviously I'm good. Otherwise, they'd be going.
Otherwise, they'd go somewhere else. Yeah,
they'd be going. So just believe in yourself. And I feel like sometimes it is hard in this industry because we see so much good work out on social media and blah, blah, blah. So we see so much perfected, sometimes edited, highly work. You're looking at me like, yeah. And it's easy to think, oh God, I didn't post mine.
Do you guys I get so many inbox messages from beauty retouchers. Do you get
Yes.
them?
Yes.
Hello,
Send
dear.
Me a price.
Hello, dear.
Yeah.
It's always hello,
friend
dear.
Or hello, friend.
Yeah. I'm a beauty retoucher. I like your work, but I can make it look so much better.
How rude.
I think piss off.
They send me a price list and everything. Yeah. And I think, first of all, Linda. I don't want any retouching because you can spot your mile off as well.
Yeah, and I think adjusting colours, like if you've taken a picture and I've done it before,
looks a bit dull.
Ring light, it looks a bit orange, or it looks a bit dull. Like brighten it up.
That's what I do with mine.
Reduce some of like that warmth.
Yeah.
To change the colour, like fine.
Because sometimes you can't see them, but these lights that I've got on here, they're on tracks.
Track lights, yeah.
And I have my ring light over my client as well. And sometimes when I'm trying to move, clients will know this who's listening. I'm hovering over you with the ring light, trying to take you 100 pictures of you. If that picture's, it's a great shot, but it's not light enough, I'll just adjust the lighting on it.
Yeah.
And brighten it up.
I mean, do whatever you want, but I feel like if you're over editing, and we've gone completely off track here.
We have, yeah.
But if you're over editing, you're selling a fake dream.
Yeah. You are.
Because your client's going to look and think, oh, wow, I want that. And then they come in. But you can't achieve that because the results you've posted are edited.
You're selling
stop it.
Unachievable results.
Just on confidence, though, like self-worth, I think you need to have the confidence and the know your self-worth to even do it. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you're going to get that boost once you've done it and, you realise that you've actually not lost clients or you've lost one or two.
Yeah.
But you need to work on that confidence to actually do it to begin with.
Yeah. Yeah. And you need to just do it. Just do it.
Just
do it for all of us. Yeah. Do it for all of us. Because if we start this trend off of raising us prices, then we can all do it. If everybody keeps it really low and budgeted, it's just... we're working harder for less money.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to be doing that. So have the confidence. We can sometimes as well with raising prices, you can have different levels in salons. Like my prices have always been higher than the other girls in the salon because then you've got people that can have options.
It's like hairdressers. Like when you go in, you can have like
the top
owner
stylist
or like... manage your juniors, etc., etc. But I think when it comes to like practical steps to actually raising your prices, you guys are like, well, us included, you can't just bang, they've gone up £2.
No, you've got to make your clients aware in good due course as well.
So think about, once you've sat down and you've worked out what you want to be charging, what you need to be charging to cover costs and actually make money and make the money that you want to make. I would say if you've got a salon like how Harriet's got, get some POS, some point of sale, get it up with a little notice on saying that from this date, there will be a price increase on all treatments or treatments listed below. Let them know when you're checking clients out, when you're doing the treatment, be talking to them, let them know that the prices are going up. When I did my price increase I use Booksy, I updated the price. So any new bookings were going to be charged the new price.
Yes.
But then the ones that were in were still registered as that initial price.
Okay.
So I changed the price straight away. So then that month crossover, it allowed people who had them in, but then anyone who were future booking, it'd give them the new price.
Yeah. And also, don't rely just on social media. Obviously, post on social media about upping your prices, but I bet like there's probably 30% of my clients that haven't got social media because they're an older, or they have, but they've got Facebook or whatever. Yeah. They don't have Instagram or stuff like that. So like you have like older ladies that come for nails and stuff like they don't rely on stuff that's on social media or whatever. So make sure, you know, you're talking about it, your staff are talking about it, or you are, like, and like you said, you've got notices up in places. And don't just say it's happening next week. I'd probably give like about a month.
At least a month.
Because then they've got time to decide what they're going to do about the next appointment if it's not in their budget.
I would say probably social media probably ain't even the place for it.
No.
Because social media is so fast paced and people are scrolling and scrolling.
When you put a story on, it's only on 24 hours.
Yeah. If you put it in a caption, what's the creative that sits alongside that? Like, are you going to put like a price increase on your grid now?
I'll be honest, I don't even read people's captions half the time.
Like,
unless I'm thinking, oh, what's that? Like, and then looking captions, see what products they've used or whatever.
You will have some that are on like social, maybe like on Instagram, do like upload a story like twice a week and create like, you know, a countdown timer. Do something like that. That's a bit more fun rather than a boring post about like, due to everything going on, I'm going to have to
due to the cost
prices.
Of living, due to gas and electric, thanks to Boris Johnson.
And I do think it's more personal because your clients aren't finding out from social or from something online. If you can have that conversation with them face to face, they're probably going to take it a lot better as well. Yeah. And I think there is some benefits to raising your prices. Like, obviously the biggest benefit is more money. Like, but when I did my price increase, the price increase were on individual treatments, but it were also on, I do like bundles like HD and LVL or like brow lab and LVL. But because those individual treatments have gone up, the bundles didn't go up as much.
Right.
So it works out better for them to get a bundle.
Right.
So in return, instead of doing HD for 45 minutes, they're going for an hour appointment. They're getting LVL lashes as well.
Yeah, and HD.
And HD.
Because you're getting to do the brows while the LVL stuff's on.
And I'm making way more than the £2 I put onto an HD treatment.
Yes.
So it can actually benefit you in that way. I looked at my booking system for August and my most popular treatment is HD and LVL.
Do you know what mine is?
Which I've never had. It's always been brows.
HD's not my most popular now.
What is it?
LVL. Massively. LVL is so popular. I have a lot of wax and tints. Like literally, so many. So many. Brow lamination took over LVL. Brow lamination for me took over HD brows.
Yeah.
But I feel like all of a sudden HD brows is coming back a bit.
I think I like brow lambs steadying out.
Yeah. And I've seen a great new technique that I'm going to try on my brows for the lamination. I'll tell you about it.
All right.
Can't tell.
But yeah, my top treatment every month for as long as I've been in the industry has always been brows.
Oh, yeah.
And then in August, fair enough, it was still brows, but it was that dual package.
Yeah.
And that comes maybe 2.5 months after I did my price increase.
Yeah.
So that shows that's knock-on effect that it's had. Yeah. And September as well. Or like so far it's...
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I've been thinking about upping my prices with LVL because I just think I'm so busy with it.
45, yeah.
So busy with it. But then again, I can do, while they're step 2's on, I can do a tint and wax in that time.
Yeah.
So it swings and roundabouts.
And roundabouts.
Absolutely.
But yeah, look at the bigger picture. It isn't always just going to impact you in more money for that treatment. You will notice that your clients' booking habits and shopping habits will change.
Yeah.
Like I noticed a few now that maybe go like a week or two longer. But in that week or two now where they're not having that treatment, they pushed it out, I'm getting somebody else in.
Yeah.
So it all
works out.
Swings and roundabouts. It all comes back.
It all works out, yeah.
And then kind of long-term benefits for anybody who regularly reviews the prices. It's just like a no-brainer. You need to be sitting down at least twice a year, I would say, like every 6 months, looking at what you're spending on stock.
Yes.
Looking at your outgoings for this like 6 months ago. And what your most recent outgoings were. And if rent and everything and products have gone up and your prices are the same, you're doing yourself out of money.
If you've got like an online booking thing, that will automatically do it for you.
Yeah.
So my Timely does it for me and it'll show me like margins or what my profit's been, what my most popular treatment's been, blah, blah, blah. If not, be making a note of that. Obviously, you need to save your receipts and stuff like that so you can work out what you're doing. But I think how we used to try and work out, because people say, how do you work out like how much a HD brow treatment's going to cost you? Well, work out like your tints. Say on average, think about how many treatments you get out of a tube of tint, roughly. And then, just break it down into sections if you can, just so you roughly know what you kind of...
And a lot of the brands tell you cost per treatment.
Yeah.
I know HD do. Nouveau Lashes, I only know because I used to work there. Like, they will tell you if you message them or on the collectives how much it is to perform an LVL treatment. But that is exactly how they teach you to do it. So if you've added some new products, obviously you need to incorporate that. But just as a rough guide, reach out to the brands and the treatments that you're doing and you'll have a ballpoint figure.
And think about as well, like if you are adding stuff on, like at the moment now I'm using like Saint and Serenity products to like prep my brows and, stuff like that. So I'm doing like a brow wash first, then I'm doing a brow exfoliate with them and I'm using that products first to prep the brows. Am I adding any more money on at the minute? No. Do you know what I mean? And then I'm using Second Skin and all that. But these are all products that I'm going to and then I'm putting silk drops in their tint. So am I going to add more money on? I'm going to have to eventually because then products are going to need replacing. Yeah. So think about, when you're getting these jelly masks or whatever, or you're exfoliating their brows.
Not the jelly masks.
They're not the jelly masks.
God.
Sorry, I forgot about that. They've gone now, aren't they?
Come for me if you want. Oh. I don't care. Not the jelly mask.
He said it.
Go on.
He said it, not me. Good for him.
Look, season 7, I'm not holding back. Say what you see.
We're established enough now, so we'll just say what we want. All right? If you don't like it, flip on over.
I think when, like how you were talking about all these additional things that you're adding, some people use jelly masks, they're just not for me.
Not for me either.
All these additional things, I think it's so easy to get caught up in the trend and the content where you sometimes need to think,
is this benefiting my treatment?
I've got 5, 6, 7 new products that I use in an HD now. Are they actually adding anything to it?
Yeah.
Is it benefiting the end result?
Yeah.
If you're doing it for content, great, but that price should not be passed on to your client.
No.
If you're doing jelly masks and blah, 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 just to get a video for social, I wouldn't charge the client.
Yeah, I agree.
But if you've added, like if you're adding silk drops, brow rinse, shampoo, scrub, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
If you didn't think that was in like benefiting the treatment and the result, it's like, why are you using it?
Yeah. Well,
why are you adding it on?
I'm not using it on camera. I'm using it because it's good.
Yeah.
And it benefits my treatment.
It is good.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes it's so easy to get caught up in these trends and things, and you want to buy this and you want to buy that. And then you step back and you think, I'm increasing the cost per treatment.
Yeah.
But the result isn't any better.
Yeah.
So don't get caught up in it. But yeah, and I think, if you do get any pushback, just explain to clients in the shortest, sweetest way that you possibly can. Nobody wants to know about the sob story. You need to just say to them, my prices haven't increased in X amount of months or years. The world is changing, stock, etc. I've actually increased my skill set and, my technique. I'm increasing prices to match me.
Yeah. Let's benefit from this trade that you've put so much into, and this training that you've paid so much for. Let's get some benefit from it. We're
not doing this for fun. Let's all be honest.
We're
Linda's
doing
and
it for money.
We all love the industry. I'm not disputing that, but
we're not doing it for free.
We need to pay his mortgage.
I need to pay my mortgage.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you think this pays my mortgage, Darren?
So that's that needs to be your driving force behind. I don't need to do it or not. By not doing it, you're doing yourself like a disservice.
Just do it.
A disservice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
So get them
I'm
prices
gonna do
up.
it. Let's do it.
Right. Well, I hope to God that this is recorded, and I hope that it's not echoey, and the sound is good.
I hope you enjoyed that.
I really hope you did. And I almost can't wait to stop the episode, to press stop on the recording machine to listen to it.
Because if we have to do it third time lucky, well, we're not doing it at all. There's no third time lucky. But thank you so much, guys, for listening. And we'll be back next week with another episode of WTP for you. Have a great week. Stay booked, busy, raise your prices, and blessed.
Yes. Bye, guys.
Bye.